Hey there, it's Gone Girl. I was thinking this evening that my name Gone Girl really does fit me. You know, May is the month that I lost my sister and brother. 2 different years, but one was to ovarian cancer, the other to unaliving. Um, I think Gone Girl should have been my name from day one. When my real mom had me, she had me and walked out of the hospital and didn't look back. So that was my first gone, was my real mom. Then the nurses had to look after me for the next 4 or 5 months because I was born a month and 3 weeks early. And I asked my adopted mom, I said, who looked after me while I was in the hospital? And she told me, my mom was a trauma nurse. She, she told me the nurses would have been the one looking after me. And then again, as soon as they got the brain tumor out of my head at 9 months of age, I ended up losing the nurses and going to an orphanage. Then from the orphanage in Montreal, I got adopted into a family. And we lived for about 6 years in Dorval in Montreal. But because I could not learn French due to the brain damage that I had from the surgery, we had to move away from all our relatives and move to Ontario, where there was English schools, because there was no English speaking schools in Quebec or Montreal at that time. So there, now the relatives are gone. Then, due to the toxicity of our house at 15, I left and I went to live at a friend's house. So gone was my family. Then I got sick. I had severe anorexia and I was hospitalized 15, late part of age 15, 16, 17, and almost to 18. And they told me that I would never be able to live in the outside world due to anxiety. But I filled them wrong. Um, at 18, I was engaged to be married. I didn't show up, and my friend Gail was murdered because of it. And the guy I was getting married to jumped off a balcony and unalived himself. So gone was that was people were gone, and then I just kept reeling, and then I met my daughter's dad, and we did really good for quite a while. I had my daughter, which was the only good thing that I've ever done in my life. She was my everything. But due to his addiction, we had to split up when she was 2. So gone was that relationship. Um, I liked being a single mom, don't get me wrong. I loved every minute of it. And her dad was always in her life to the best of his ability at the time. And then I lost a very dear friend for me. She went to bed one night and didn't wake up. And she was like a surrogate mom to me. So she was gone. Eh, And then the accident, or then Ginny, my sister Ginny, she died of ovarian cancer in 2007. She was a year older than me, but I ended up losing her. And then 4 years later, my brother unalived himself. He was gone. Then the accident took the last part of me away. It took everything. My life is nothing compared to the life I had prior to the accident. Um, I've so many things have been gone. It's like a little piece of me went with each thing that was gone out of my life. A piece of me was gone too. It's gotten to the point where I have no pieces left to give. So I hide in my head as much as I live in my room. I can't, I don't know, I can't keep connections to people. It's as if I don't trust anybody anymore. I've made so many mistakes. I told you, I'm not perfect. Not at all. I've always did my best, or the best of what I could do at the time. But what I notice is most people actually expect more from me than I can even give them. It's not because I don't want to give it to them. I don't have anything left to give. I don't know how people don't understand that. I've had some wonderful people in my life, and I can't keep the connection because I live in my head. People don't understand that. I live more in my head than I do in the real world. Um, and I'm so sorry for that because I've inadvertently hurt people along the way because I can't function like you and everybody else. After the accident, my brain doesn't work the same way. It's just not, and I feel like I'm losing everything and everybody, and there's nothing I can do about it. But I just I just think Gone Girl is such a good moniker for me. I know I didn't say that word right. Moniker, I think it's called. In fact, they should put it on my gravestone when I do pass away. Um, because I've been gone for a very long time. And not because I don't want to be there for people, because I do. It's just I can't explain to them why I'm not the way they need me to be or want me to be, because I don't understand it myself. But, anyways, this is my late night ramblings. And I really do hope the sun shines wherever you are because it comes from the inside out. Please be good to each other, be kind to each other, hug your kids. This is Gone Girl. She's gone.